How you doing out there? I'd like to talk about knowledge of self. Because a lot of people have a concept of knowledge of self, which is wrong, which they don't know what know thyself means. Which means that you have to know who you are before you can accept anybody, or you have to love yourself before you can love someone else. And it becomes a big problem because I have people tell me that people change their self-esteem on the reason they have low self-esteem, but you are yourself, so nobody can lower your self-esteem if you're self-embodied. That means it's your self-esteem. So that means you're feeling your creation of yourself is low. And that's the meaning of know thyself as far as a physical thing, basically on earth, because spiritually, know thyself is a whole different thing. You can look at a stripper and you might say that, okay, well, she's a stripper, so she's a sinner and she's going to hell. That's what a religious person would say. A spiritual person would look at her and look at her as a mother or a provider, or what she's doing to make a living and make an earning, because she's no wrong than the person selling drugs. She's doing no different than the pastor pool pimping. She's doing no different than the deacon, she's doing no different, but it's just that you consume that to be what you would call a sin, or you would consume that to be what you would say evil, or it go against your moral and your standards. But the same people could be in the strip club looking at her and they think that it's good. But some people think that it's bad. And the goodness that the man gets out of it is the entertainment of a woman. And I just find I find it funny that people don't know who they are. And if you sit back and ask yourself, who am I guarantee you a lot of you won't be able to answer that question about who you are, because you don't have a direction of thought for yourself. You've been indoctrinated all your life, so you have no process of thinking for yourself. And a lot of people ask me that. They say, if you don't believe in the God and the Bible, how do we get moral values or standards, or how do we know how to live, and does that come naturally? And you can't prove that morals come naturally. But the thing is, what did people do before the Bible? What did people do before religion? They lived life. They lived. Ancient Egyptians, look at their culture. Look at we won't say Neanderthals all the way, but you can look at different people to know that the Neanderthals, the caveman, and there was a lot more tribes and a lot more people who didn't have Bibles, who was more spiritual, inclined with themselves, and they knew laws. The laws of Maya. That's the same laws that your 10 Commandments came from. So they created laws, and they had different types of way of living before this religion. So your moral values don't have to come from a divine being or a supreme being. They're already in you. Like, you should know these things, and that's going back to knowing who you are and knowing how you feel and thinking for yourself. And that's how I know that a lot of people don't think for themselves, because when you say something like, who you get that from, where you learn that from, and you like, I learned it on my own. No, somebody had to teach you, because they're indoctrinated and they're used to someone teaching them, someone holding their hand, someone guiding them. And that's why they don't know thyself. So once you get to know yourself, it'll be a good thing in life. Peace.